I usually pull cards for our meditations just to see like what the energy is for the collective and like how to bring this energy through the meditation and how to give you guys tools like after the meditation. So the first card is shine. So this is the energy of like shining your light. And I'm just going to read the guidance part. And it says, you were born to shine, to be seen, to be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name and we want to learn your dance. Okay. And I think that's beautiful because the other card I pulled for our mindfulness practice is literally dance it out. And it tells you I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start to feel built up energy or crankiness, I will play music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way, simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. And I think the beautiful thing, because I wanted to do this meditation on detachment and like working on detaching from the rules and the judgments and the limits we've kind of created in our minds just over the years or just through experiences. And subconsciously, mindfulness is really getting in tune really with your mind and sitting with those blocks or things that may be, hindering us. So with this being the first meditation of the year, I really think it's just beautiful to just get in tune with our minds and get in tune with why things may trigger us, or when things come up emotionally, like what type of stories do we have or do we tell, and it's not the main factor of this is like a big teaching that I've been telling myself is there's really no such thing as good and bad. And I want to think that's the first thing I want us to detach when it comes to ourselves is like, there's no like, you're not bad. You know what I'm saying? The things that may have happened to you may have not been favorable or a favorable outcome, but in general, like releasing the concept of being bad and good kind of is the first step in elevating your consciousness. So I want to start off by getting comfortable in your body. And as we think about detachment and as we think about shining our light and being free and dancing and experiencing our greatness with no limits, to get us into that factor, I just want us to just breathe. Because the main medicine or the one thing that you always have to heal yourself is your breath. So as we sit here in your present environment, I want you to look around. I want you to observe what is in front of you in this current reality, in this moment. And just breathe. Just breathe. The deeper the breath, the more grounding you feel. As you inhale, just take it all in. Getting your mind to be able to look at things concretely and be able to breathe and detach and accept what is in front of you in this current reality. And as you're breathing and you're taking a look around your environment, in your room, in your space that you're currently in, I want you to look at 3 objects. And I just want you to look at those objects and say to yourself, does this object mean anything? Does this object hold any weight? Or is it just simply in my reality? And I want you to continue to focus on your breath while simply observing. And what this practice does, it allows you and it moves you into the seat, into the driver's seat of your consciousness. It helps you realize that you are really in control of how you perceive and receive your reality. And again, releasing the label of bad or good depends on how you choose to see your reality. Because just like these objects that you see around you, you have the choice to create a story, to release a story as you're moving into this new moon energy. Just observe what you see. Don't label it. There's no judgment. And as you sit here and you see your surroundings, I want you to ask yourself, what else in my reality can I observe? What else have I created, whether it be a situation, a perspective, a judgment? How can I shine light onto those dark places, onto those fears that have blocked my mind? And we're just breathing and we're just observing as the driver of our consciousness, in our seat of our consciousness. And this is just a simple practice, okay? This mindfulness is a practice of exploring your mind. We're just exploring it, okay? There are seasons to manifest, there are seasons to call things into your reality, and then there are seasons where we are in a position to reprogram our realities. So as you breathe, just observe what your reality currently looks like. What have you created thus far? Where are you at currently? What have you manifested already? What have you called into your reality? What are you grateful for? And allow yourself to feel whatever comes up with no judgment. And as you're breathing, I want you to place one hand on your heart, another hand on your stomach, and just breathe and observe. You are safe in this moment. You are protected. You deserve happiness in this moment. You are alive. We have made it to the other side. We have survived our worst days. And now it is time to come alive. Taking it back to the oracle card I pulled about shining. You are the light. Now, what does that light look like in your current reality? Where can we detach from some limits, some darkness, some things that have blocked our perspective now that we are in the driver's seat of our consciousness? Now, in this moment, we are practicing. Breathe in. Breathe as you inhale, breathe all the way through your crown. Breathe until you can't take another breath, and then release it as slow as you can. And just see what emotions arise. And as they arise, decide if you choose to give them a label or not. Or if you choose to just observe them. In the midst of uncertainty, in the midst of newness and transitions and elevations, our minds are driving us to these new aspects of ourselves, these new spaces, these new journeys. So it's important that our minds and our hearts, and most importantly, our spirits are on the same page. As you're in the seat of your reality, what do you see for yourself this year? What do you see yourself transitioning out of? How do you see your transition flowing with ease, with steadiness, with patience, with more faith? And if you feel yourself getting a little overwhelmed, the thoughts of the future, or thoughts of your current reality, you can simply just breathe, just observe what is coming up. Everything you feel is valid. Everything you've experienced is your story. It is your path. It is what has allowed you to be here right now, right here. But now it's also important to see what else lies on this other side. What else do you have the capability of creating? What else do you have the capability of experiencing? And really being in control of your consciousness, being in control of how you choose to see reality, because truthfully, that is the only thing we really have control over, is our perspective. Always find your way back to your breath. And as you exhale, I want you to release a limit that you may have created for yourself. It could be a little limit, it could be a huge limit. I just want you to simply observe it. Maybe it's that you're not good enough, or you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough resources, or maybe you don't feel like sometimes you have enough. But as you're sitting in your seat of a different perspective, maybe we choose to believe something else for a moment. Again, we are practicing And detaching from limits are very hard because we created them and we believe in them. We've accepted them for who we are. And now it's a season for accepting something new and believing something better and higher for yourself. Deep breath in and just sit with the limit. Just sit with it. Just observe it. Remove any labels around it. Remove any bads or goods. Just let it be. This is a practice that you can do with any thought. You can do this with any belief system. Just observe what you see. Deep breath into your body, being one with this seat of consciousness, this higher perspective. As you exhale, send a little ashe to that limiting belief, to that limited perspective. Send some ashe to yourself for being here right now in this moment. Maybe multiple limits have arise in your mind. And maybe for only a moment, we can just see them as false creations, creations you made when you didn't know who you were, when you didn't know where you were going or what you wanted. But now you see clearly. Maybe the fog has cleared up a little bit. Maybe your perspective has shifted, if only for a moment. And just observe how you are feeling. In your final ashes to your reality, to those limits that no longer serve you. And I want you to send some gratitude to the new things that are on the horizon, to the new blessings and opportunities that are now present in front of you. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Maybe you start to release your hands and bring a little movement back into your body. Maybe you want to move your feet, release any tension in your neck. Resume to just normal breathing. And before you open your eyes, I just want you to ask yourself again, or more so remind yourself again that you have the control of your reality. What you choose to see, believe, is really up to you. It's the one thing you have sole control of. It's the one thing that you are in control of. And give yourself grace for unlearning. Send yourself some love, some ashe. Tell yourself thank you for creating a new reality, for believing in a brighter future for yourself, for the people around you. Take your final breaths. And when you open your eyes again, I want you to find 3 more things in your environment and just observe them with non-judgment, with gratitude, with just being present. As you return back to reality, ask yourself how you are feeling. And I pray that you feel lighter than when you arrived. And you can always do this practice on your own for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month. You always have availability to your seat of consciousness, and you always have availability to your breath. Those are the 2 things that you always are in control of. And practicing that and remembering that for yourself and giving yourself grace to practice. Okay. Take your time. If you want to turn your cameras back on, you can. And I usually like to give you guys writing prompts right after a meditation. But I'm going to take it back to when we first started doing these. I want you to write down what you want your new reality to look like. I want you to get detailed. I want you to know for sure what you want for yourself. And you don't have to write it all at one time. You don't have to do it all right now. And before you write about your new reality, I want you to just write about any emotions that came up during this meditation, any observations, any feelings, anything. Just write it from an objective perspective, so that now when you can go into your new reality, you have more clarity. And then after you write, if you write it on paper, I want you to sleep with it under your pillow. I want you to sleep with it. I want you to rest with it and believe that you are in control of this reality. Okay. So I'm going to pass it to Clara. And thank y'all again. And I also want y'all to dance, because Dance It Out has been the card. So I want you guys to find some time this week to dance like nobody's watching and to help remove some of those limits. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Simone. Y'all take y'all time coming back. Let us know when you're back.
Drop a blue heart in the chat.
Drop a blue heart. And yes, feel free to share with us on the chat. This is also a portion where we open the mic. So if you do want to tap back in and just let us know how you're feeling, or express your gratitude, I'll start. This meditation I tapped in, but I also just went ahead and pulled out my notebook because for me, being able to write things out helps, I guess, me to kind of organize my mind a little bit. So feelings that came up, I just realized a lot of how much, I guess, fear and uncertainty I've been in this past season, and how much I do have control of, remembering that like I'm in the driver's seat, and that how I perceive things or my perspective towards things can completely shift my reality, and that that's my responsibility every day. And sometimes I get so wound up that I forget that I do have that, like, that power. So I was just writing down things that make me feel really good and make me feel really free. Remembering my recipe, and I am going to also write what my new reality looks like, because I've been needing to do that for a minute. And I'm telling y'all, putting it under your pillow, it works, because I did this last year at the same time. And
we ended up in Houston.
Wow. I wish I actually still had that. I probably do somewhere, but
I still have mine. It's in one of my notebooks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing how much we control when we relax, and when we have patience, and when we are like truly tapping into that like innermost part of ourselves, how much it can shift everything. So thank you, Simone. Appreciate you. Don't all speak at once.
Right.
I'm gonna speak. Hi, you guys. Thank you. Always. It was really reflective for me. I really don't talk when we do these, but I always try to like get into the meditations and focus in on like what the goal is of each like moon phase. And for this one, I came into it feeling a little chaotic. I just got off work. So it took me a little while to like center myself and like get into everything. But I really felt like patience, like Clever said, like it was showing me like I need to slow down. Like that was like the first thing. Like my anxiety and how on go I am, that was something like a limit that came up for me. Especially coming into the meditation. Like look how it was. But overall, zenning out and just slowing down was like the biggest thing that kept coming up. For the new year, I had a lot that I was thinking about. So I do need to write it down. Haven't wrote it down, but this definitely pushed me to like, let me just sleep on it. I've also heard that works, but I've never done that. And I've done these like meditations and everything. And I was like, why do I burn it or like leave it in the window with my phone? And I could like sleep with it and sleep on it literally. And that'll help bring it like in my mind into the ethers and all that. So yes, you guys, I definitely appreciate it like always. So I'm gonna get to work when we're done.
I love that.
Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you.
She said, sleep on it.
Sleep on it.
Put some amethyst
That's why
under your
God gives
pillow
you
too.
night. That's a Lupe bar, y'all.
It's a Lupe bar. Man, facts. Oh, thank you for sharing, love. Thank you for sharing. All right, y'all, I'm gonna keep y'all for just a couple more minutes. If anyone else wants to tap in, feel free to tap into the chat too if you're not a talker. Until anyone interrupts me, this has been FreshAssMonk Meditations. We do this once a month. We'll be back in February on Zoom. And like I said, feel free to share it with people, get people engaged to join the community with us. Anyone that does join gets special offerings. Right now we have 25% off the whole website. So, you know, if you came here legit, you know what I'm saying, you got the code. But yeah, you can use that all week. Yes, and the code is in your email. So you can use that all week. Again, amethyst is a great stone to work with in this season. Starting off at the top. You know, a lot of times we start from the root, but like starting off at the top ain't a bad idea. So start at the top. We're gonna move down for the rest of the year. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. If y'all ever need any of our services, all you have to do is reach out, DM, email, anything like that. Simone has her one-on-one meditations that she offers. You know, if you ever just need someone to tap into who, you know, has experiences in reading or just lived experiences, you know, she's a great resource. So tap in with her. And Simone, you can share your socials. I don't know if Kat already has. Share your socials.
My Instagram, thirdeye_freak. And yeah, that's it. Or you can come see me in real life if you're in Houston. I'm at our little Red One shop most of the time. Or yeah, just DM me, email me, whatever.
Facts. Arden tapped in the chat real quick. And also had feelings of fear and found the limiting beliefs to be louder than I thought. Ooh. Super helpful and healing. Thank you. Excited to try sleeping with these intentions. Yes. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. But yeah, though, that's been our time. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you need anything crystal related, you know, or if you want to tap in with the FreshAssMonk, y'all can always access me as well on Instagram is usually the best way. Unless you got my personal line, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. But yeah, this is it. Unless anyone else wants to tap into the open mic or in the chat, feel free to, you know, say peace and go on with your night. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating new moon. Make sure y'all do y'all writings, sleep on it, and wake up feeling even better than you did today.
Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and trusting us.
Yay. Thank you guys. Love y'all.
Thank